guys, it's Fadra from All Things Fadra, and it looks like an army green Toyota convention. It's not. This is actually a trail trek tour event. We're going off-roading. I know I have sort of kind of tried to do some off-roading before with some of my reviews. This is all off-roading today, and this is my vehicle of choice. It's the 2020 Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro. So more than capable for the trails that we're going to hit today. We're going to go on 2 trails, if I can get these bugs out of my face. We're going to go on 2 trails. I'm going to take one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and hopefully this will come back intact. I've watched a couple videos that are going to give me a couple tips on how to go off-roading, and if you are new or you're interested in the capabilities of the 4Runner TRD Pro, stay tuned because I'm going to take you along for the beautiful scenery and maybe treacherous trails.
Normally we do events with sponsors, but you know, we don't need sponsors, just get out here and have fun together, right? So it's kind of like a company picnic. In case you're not aware, I'm Phil. I've got about 20 years of off-roading experience all over the country, like 20 different states. So I started Trail Tech Tour, now this is my 3rd year. This is our 6th event. Kind of important to look at is your angle of approach, which is the angle that you have in front of your vehicle basically when you're approaching an incline, and then your angle of departure is your angle that you're getting when you're coming off of an incline kind of, and then your breakover angle, like if you have a hump and you have to go over. So I'll go through first, and then I guess I'll get out and spot.
You got yourself some sun this summer, didn't you? You got yourself some sun.
Oh God. Oh my God!
Oh, he made me cry.
Nice.
There you go. Perfect line right there.
That was perfect.
Triangle that same line, I think it's good.
Hey bud, can you hand me the GoPro?
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? That was some real off-roading, right? I mean, I know I've done some mud puddles, I've done some gravel roads. This was real off-roading, and I've learned a couple things along the way that I want to share with you, and then I want to talk a little bit about the Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro. So the first thing that you notice is you never want to go off-roading alone. There are a lot of things that could happen. You could pop a tire, you could get stuck somewhere, you could go through too much water, and luckily we had no issues on our morning run, and everybody made it through. This definitely proved to me that it is a capable vehicle for off-road. So let me tell you a little bit about what a TRD Pro is all about. This is the package that is suited for off-roading. Some of the things that you'll get as part of the TRD Pro is the badging, of course, which just makes it look really cool and really awesome. But you'll notice it's a little hard to tell here. It comes with a tire package specifically suited for off-roading. So these are 17-inch rims. We're estimating they're about 33-inch tires here. And it's the tread that makes all the difference. So we had a couple people in our off-roading party that had capable vehicles, but they had tires that were more suited for highway driving. Now these are loud on the road, but for off-roading, it gave us a lot of traction. We did really well in the mud, on the loose rock, through the water, and so I am very glad I had that. The other feature that comes with the TRD Pro is this roof rack up on top. I haven't needed it this trip, but I could see how if you were going on a long trip, if you were going camping or you needed a lot of supplies, that would be great for you right there. And then the last thing that I forgot to mention about the exterior, those are the windows, right? So you can put the windows down as you normally would. It does have a moonroof, which you can open. And one thing that I love about the 4Runner, and I feel like it's sort of a signature feature, is this rear window does come all the way down. So if you want to let in the fresh air, you can do that. The other thing you get with this package are the TRD tuned box shocks and springs, which gives you better suspension as you're driving through some of this terrain. And that has also made the difference. Seeing these wheels honestly look like they're about to cave in, and it's a completely capable vehicle. The other thing that you get, and you can't see it very well, is you've got skid plates under here. Now the skid plates are going to protect the vehicles from rocks and from water and things like that, and that's important if you're going over some rough terrain. You can see that we've hit some mud already, and you'll see another skid plate down here, specifically with that TRD badging. But it's inside where the magic really happens. That's where you control the drive mode of the TRD, and I'm going to take you inside and show you that right now. As you can tell, you want to be prepared for mud and for weather, and that is another part of the package, is you get these all-weather mats, which is really great, and sorry Toyota for making such a mess in here. I'm not going to do my typical tour inside of the inside because the family's here, they're hiding, and we've made a mess. We have all kinds of stuff back here. But what's important is everything that's right up here. I've got all my proper masks for the event today, but this is your control right here. And typically it's going to be in two-wheel drive. You can put it in four-wheel drive if you need it. But what we do for off-roading, at least for this portion, is we put it in what's called 4-low. To do that, you want to put the vehicle in neutral, and then you'll actually be able to shift it all the way up into low gear. Now, you don't want to do this when you're on pavement. You only want to do it when you're on the trail. And then once you have the 4-low engaged, you have a couple options here. First, you have to wait until it engages here. Put it in drive and you'll see the 4-low indicator has engaged. Up here is where you then have some additional options. This is where you can change the drive modes. So if I turn this on right here, we now have a selector that lets us choose the type of environment we have. So mud, sand, and dirt, loose rock, moguls, and rock. For most of this, we've been using loose rock, and it's been giving us really good gripability. That's not a word, but while we're inside looking at all of these controls, let's just look at the interior in general. Now, I rented one of these vehicles 3 years ago, and it still looks exactly the same. So I would guess the 4Runner is due for a bit of a refresh, but overall, it's got everything that you need. It's got a great display here. It's got good climate control. It's got lots of compartments down here, and I've used every single one of them. And it's got Apple CarPlay, which has been perfect for this trip. And speaking of compartments, I have made use of all of them. I've got my GoPro over here, my sunglasses over here in the door. I've got storage in the door. So it is definitely a good vehicle for hauling things around. And as I showed you, it's a great vehicle for going off-roading. If you do get confused at all, there are directions up here that tell you exactly how to switch into high gear, low gear, or like I did, 4-low for the entire time. We are ready to head off. We've got an afternoon of what's supposed to be a more challenging trail, and it was great doing a beginner's trail this morning in a group of people because my confidence,
two more signs up on the road here.
My confidence is high. We'll see how we do. Eating more candy?
No.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God. When you get up to that one, I wouldn't race you. You just got big rocks on the side, but like nail it now. I want to see if you shower the guy behind you with mud.
So we're stopping for a quick photo break, potty break for some people. It's not my thing, but the real question is, what kind of vehicle do you take out here? Do you need an all-wheel drive? Do you need a four-wheel drive? Well, I would have to say that I'm driving this four-wheel drive and I have an all-wheel drive at home, I don't think I'd be taking it on these roads. More importantly than the four-wheel drive are the tires, as I mentioned, and you want to have good traction. That's going to help you get through the mud, the loose rock, which I've experienced, and a little bit of the solid rock. But you'll find all types of vehicles out here on the road. You'll find everything from ATVs to it basically looks like a golf cart with knobby wheels. I don't know what you call those, but you know, we've got a Hummer, we've got a lot of Toyotas out here, a lot of Jeeps out here, and that Toyota 4Runner is hanging tough with the best of them. In fact, I haven't felt like there's anything that the vehicle can't handle. It really has given me a lot of confidence out here. So here we are at the end of the trail. We did a trail in the morning, trail in the afternoon, and we actually hauled it on that afternoon trail. This TRD Pro was excellent, and I hope that I did you proud. You see all that dirt, all that mud? I did my best to really put it to the test. So I had so much fun driving it, and like I said, if you have not gone off-roading before, I think the trick really is to have a four-wheel drive, not just an all-wheel drive, to have the right suspension, to have the right clearance, to have the right tires, and more importantly, to go with someone that knows exactly what they're doing. Real quick, let me just wrap up on this Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro, because I love it so much. It doesn't look as pretty now as when I started, but this is the TRD Pro package, which gives you all the cool black rims and badging that you saw throughout, including this roof rack on top. And I don't know if I mentioned the color, but this awesome color is army green, and obviously it's a popular one in the Toyota fleet. There were several today here. And I want to just mention the price and the gas mileage, the two things I always like to talk about. So, gas mileage, what would you expect on a beast like this? Well, it averages between 15 and 20, and that's exactly what I observed. So on the highway, I got 20 miles per gallon, which I think is pretty good for this 4.0 liter, 24 valve V6 with dual independent VVT, 270 horsepower, 278 pound-feet of torque. You didn't expect me to memorize that, did you? Otherwise, I probably would have gotten it wrong. And I did get about 15 miles per gallon on the trail, which is the worst driving condition you can have. And I think that that's not too bad if this is the kind of vehicle that you're looking for. Now, let's talk price. With everything that we have here, including that TRD Pro package, we are looking at a total MSRP of $51,444. It ain't cheap if you want to go off-road, but if you want something that is capable and that is big enough to be a family vehicle, the Toyota 4Runner might be right up your alley. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you had fun on this off-roading adventure. Thanks to Toyota for letting me get their Toyota 4Runner quite dirty today. And I hope you like this video. Go ahead and give it a subscribe and come back for more videos on cars, entertainment, and travel. See you soon, guys.